Hey guys, Cdrama Invasion here, and as I promised, we're going to get into my top 10 videos, so stay tuned for that. I will have my hidden gems of 2022 where I'll talk about 2 to 3 dramas from each country, Chinese dramas, K-dramas, Thai dramas, etc. But today, as the title suggests, we're going to discuss all the dramas, well, not all of them, but the main ones that I dropped and have strong feelings about. This isn't the same as a top 10 worst dramas. They're basically dramas that I just couldn't stand and had to drop them. But I guess you can also interpret it as the worst dramas. Well, just know that these are all subjective opinions, of course, and it's okay if you like a drama. Everybody has different preferences, but these are my opinions. Let's just jump on into it. By the way, there really isn't a ranking to it. I just call out the numbers so there's a little bit more structure to it. The first drama is Shining Just For You. It stars Feng Xiaofeng and Pang Xiaoran. So this one is a story about a princess from the plateau or the plains and a king from the other nations. I'm pretty sure I did do a review for all of these, so make sure to search up the dramas in my channel search bar and then you can just check that out for details. But the reason why I dropped this is just from the first 3 to 4 episodes alone, I could tell that it's just so choppy. The editing is terrible and there's just not enough time to really understand and like these characters, which is why I just have no motivation to watch it at all. And the shame is I really like Pang Xiaoran. I think she's great in Goodbye My Princess and she looks good in this type of styling. Better luck next time, I guess. Number 11 is Checkmate. This is a Hu Yitian drama, and if you know, then this year I've been very harsh on his dramas, and that's because I truly believe that they're not good. His dramas this year are just really hard to get into. This is especially one that I was looking forward to, and a lot of people were too, because of my roommate is a detective. It's basically a parallel universe story that has similar vibes but is not connected. It's a detective mystery, but tell me how the first episode was so stale and boring. I don't know. How could 2 actors that I love so much from a different season with the same genre and vibes just mess it up completely with this one? If you're interested, just rewatch the first season at this point. Number 10 is A Light Chaser Rescue. This is a drama that I was looking forward to. I really like Janice Wu. Lo Yunxi is okay. He's hit or miss. I feel like I like him in costume dramas better. But honestly, there was just zero chemistry between the leads and the romance felt really forced. The female lead was super cold to the male lead and he was trying to be charming and stuff, and it just didn't work. I thought that they should have just kept it non-romance for the main couple and maybe focus on the second couple, which was the best one in my opinion. Light Chaser Rescue is about the male lead who is a lawyer, and after an earthquake incident, it changes his life and he gets involved with the rescue team. The female lead is from the medical team and they work together. So far, aside from 1 to 2 dramas, Chinese dramas really fail to strike that perfect balance between romance as well as the occupational and more serious cases. Moving on is Immortal Samsara Part 2. Now this one I was hesitant to just fully drop since I made it so far. I finished the first season and also 3 to 4 episodes of the second season. I am obsessed with Cheng Yi. I think he's amazing, specifically in costume dramas. He was in one of my favorites, Shansha, Love and Redemption. Yang Zhi, of course, was in Ashes of Love, and I thought, wow, this couldn't be a more perfect pairing. Chemistry-wise, it was fine. I feel like there was just something so unoriginal about this one. Plus, it took way too long for the characters to get on the same page again. If there's absolutely nothing that comes out by January that's in the Shansha genre that's interesting, I might just skim through the last few episodes. Number 8, I'm very sad to say, is Hearts of Genius. Now, this is a drama that has such a great cast. I feel like you just can't go wrong with this, except after the first like 10 to 12 episodes, I just lost interest completely. Now this could be me, but the children's performances were just so strong and compelling. The writing was very good. And then later on, the older actors come in, and honestly, one of the reasons why I watched this was for Steve and Jang, but even that couldn't save this drama. I mean, there's even time travel in it, which is one of my favorite things ever, but yeah, I couldn't complete it. Number 7 is Love in Flames of War. I always go into Republican dramas with, I guess, low expectations, just because from the past like 3 to 4 years, there hasn't been much that really stood out. And it's sad that this has to be one of them too. I just couldn't stand the female lead. I think her acting was so stiff. And as a character, even, I think the male lead deserves so much better. Number 6 is My Sassy Princess. This one is probably going to upset a lot of people because everyone seemed to either really love it or hate it. And I seem to be on the later camp. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with the actors. I think Yuan Bingyan, like I said, Love and Redemption is one of my favorites. And Zhang Yecheng is one of the actors that I had my eye on for so long. And I'm just hoping that he finds the perfect drama to make him break through and get the popularity and big drama roles that he deserves. He's very expressive. It's too bad that you get this type of low quality script, and I was really angry about it. I didn't like the female lead, I didn't care, and it wasn't funny, the things that she did. I thought she was the most annoying little brat, and there's just so many moments that just didn't make sense. There were plot holes everywhere if you really dig into it. Speaking of princesses, number 5 is Be My Princess. This one actually had pretty good ideas. I like the chemistry, and the visuals of this is beautiful. The styling for the female lead is great too. The couple just honestly looks so good together. I just think it was a tad too long and a bit repetitive with all of the like funny jokes and stuff. There was one point where the male lead just comes in and saves her again and again. Basically, he was in a drama with her and he has amnesia, so he doesn't understand what's reality and what's fake, so he just guards her like a knight. And it was only fun for a little bit. Later on, I did hear that it gets better, but I can't sit through like 30 something episodes of the same thing. Number 4 is Legally Romance. This one stars Huang Zhetao and Song Ju-er. Both I've never seen in any dramas like completely before. And it's unfortunate that this is another one that is incomplete. It started off okay. I feel like the female lead is great at those roles where she's like cute, but she's also bickering with the male lead, like frenemies type of style. That part was fun. But overall, I thought the writing was pretty weak. And aside from some snappy dialogues and I guess some cute moments, there wasn't much going for this one. And 3rd place goes to Hello the Sharpshooter. Like I said, not Hu Yitian's year, at least in my book. And I feel like this is another couple that's just ideal. Like, you have 2 people that are basically one of the best at the rom-com genres. You have Hu Yitian, who we all love from A Love So Beautiful. And then you have the female lead from Put Your Head on My Shoulder. So I always thought that those 2 dramas go hand in hand. Whenever I recommend a drama to people, I would be like, if you like this one, then check out the other one. So I thought that this would be one of those pairings that's just going to be one of those dramas that will be cemented in our brains as one of the cute, sweet, happy dramas with a memorable, cute couple. But that was not it at all. I think I watched like 6 or 7 episodes and it was already draggy by that point. So I don't know what the heck is going to happen later. Let me know if you finished it and if it was just very ridiculous, over the top, and petty with that love triangle. Everything just felt so forced in that drama, so I couldn't watch anymore. Number 2 is Cupid's Kitchen, another Song Ju-er drama that I unfortunately dropped. I really like Ethan Run. He doesn't do too many dramas, but he's quite good at this, like flirty, charming self. And over here, he's a very cold character, so I don't know if it worked that well for him. I feel like he's the most comfortable when he's playing a flirty character, like in The Legend of Fu Yao. See, the issues with so many of these Chinese dramas is they keep on trying to milk the money when there's no real plot. Like, tell me how a drama about cooking or just romance, modern romance in general, has no business being 40 episodes long. Maybe there are like 1 or 2 exceptions, but overall it's overkill, and like more than like 80% usually fail to capture the audience attention around that halfway mark. I got to, I think, episode 11 or 12 of this one before I gave up. I do like the food stuff, like the training. I think it's always interesting to see somebody from a different occupation, but start from the ground up, so it's more relatable. It was cool. Like, there's this part where you have to train your fingers to, I guess, pick up the perfect amount of salt, and then he would weigh it on various little scales, and she has to get the perfect one each time. So things like that I really thought was interesting. But aside from the training aspect, all the other romance and stuff just felt like filler, which is pretty bad when it's supposed to be focused on romance, or the romance is supposed to get me into the drama. Last but definitely least, I guess. Usually the saying is last but definitely not least, but in this case, even though I said it's not ranked, I feel like this one has the most potential in terms of like casting and everything, and it disappointed me the most. Like, really, I went so far for this drama. I almost even completed it, and then I was like, wait, why am I still holding on? Like, the fact that nothing has happened for, I guess, like 20 something episodes, and that I felt zero chemistry about the main characters. I guess I was just holding on because at the time there wasn't too many Shansha dramas, and flash forward to now, there really hasn't been any aside from like 1 or 2, which I'll reveal in my top 10 dramas of the year. But Mirror Twin Cities is just definitely a no-go. Do not watch it. You're going to waste your time. It doesn't matter if you like the leads, just watch something else of theirs. The editing is bad, and to make things worse, I've read a lot of reviews on this by people who read the actual novel, and they said they changed almost 80% of things in the novel, so that's just horrible. Everything was quite predictable, but at least it has a good OST, so I'll just end it on that note. Let me know your dramas that you couldn't stand this year. It could also be like drops dramas, or dramas that you completed but you thought was the worst or a waste of time. Unfortunately, I think there's just way too many. I think there's even more dramas that I haven't mentioned, but this video would probably go on forever. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments down below. I left all the names and titles in the description box. And for anyone who wants to support the channel out even more, the link to my Ko-fi coffee page is down in the description box. You can buy me one there and leave a message. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.